There is a creature living in the forests of Madagascar that local legend has warned people about for generations. If it points its long, skeletal middle finger at you, the story goes, you are marked for death. Some villages have killed an eye on sight out of genuine fear. And if you only looked at that finger, thin, bony, disproportionately long, you might understand why. It looks wrong. It is not a mistake. It is one of the most precise biological tools ever evolved. Start with the ears. An eye's ears are enormous and independently rotating, tuned to detect the faint shift in sound a solid surface makes when something hollow or something alive is moving inside it. When it taps a tree trunk up to 8 times per second, it isn't testing texture. It's listening for a change in resonance that reveals a tunnel bored by a grub, or the grub itself shifting inside the wood. This is called percussive foraging, and the eye is the only primate on Earth known to hunt this way, building a running acoustic map of a tree's interior without ever seeing what's inside. Once something is located, that famous finger goes to work. Thinner and more maneuverable than any of its other digits, it's a surgical extraction tool built to slide into narrow larval tunnels. First, the teeth, which never stop growing, gnaw a small opening. Then the finger curls in, hooks the grub, and draws it back out. Tap, listen, gnaw, extract. A complete hunting sequence built on a single insight. Some of the richest food in the forest is invisible, buried inside solid wood, and reaching it requires tools no other primate ever developed. That changes what this animal is actually doing to the forest around it. Every grub extracted is a wood-boring insect that would otherwise keep tunneling through that tree for months or years, weakening it from the inside. Because eyes are nocturnal and solitary, this pest control happens almost entirely out of sight, invisible to the same villages that fear the animal responsible for it. So why the curse story in the first place? Unfamiliar features tend to get filled in with the darkest explanation available, especially at night. It's the same pattern behind the old myth that daddy longlegs carry the most potent venom of any spider, a claim with no real basis, repeated for generations simply because it sounded like exactly the kind of secret nature would keep. A strange enough appearance, combined with nocturnal, hard-to-observe behavior, is more than enough raw material for a curse to take hold, whether or not the animal has done anything to deserve it. What actually happens when an eye moves into a stretch of forest is closer to the opposite. Its hunting strategy depends on tracking which trees have paid off before, building a detailed spatial memory of its territory over time. A forest healthy enough to support that kind of specialized, resource-intensive hunter is a forest with real biological richness running through it, most of it too small or too hidden for a casual observer to notice. So the next time something unsettles you at first glance, a bat, a centipede, a face built for a purpose you don't immediately recognize, it's worth pausing before deciding what it means. Fear is often just a placeholder for information you don't have yet. The eye spent generations being killed for a curse it never carried, while quietly doing one of the most specialized jobs in its forest. Understand the mechanism, and the fear tends to fall away, replaced by something closer to respect. Have you ever been afraid of an animal until you learned what it was actually doing? Tell me in the comments. I read every single one. And if you want to see another creature whose strange features turn out to be exactly the right tool for the job, the next video is already waiting for you.